This is what's left of our poor workshop. After being hit by the mother of all storms, we've been forced to stick a pin in our truck camper build and come up with a plan B. This land is for sale. In this episode, we're thinking outside the box to find a new space to work in. I'm scared. It has a lot of potential. And a new enclosure for moose.
It's so small.
The road to off-grid, off-grid.
Hello.
Hello.
While we clear up the devastating mess caused by Storm Dara, we just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for your support. We're just so touched that you took the time to send your well wishes and even sent us some gifts to help us to rebuild, which is just amazing. You'll be getting a special shout out when we put those gifts to use, which will hopefully be very soon.
Hopefully not too long. It's pretty incredible that there was only this much damage, like nothing was missing. It could have been completely picked up in the air and carried off, so I'm quite proud of the work that we did, really.
Yeah, it was a very cheap tent. The steel of the frame was like the thinnest you could get. It's probably rated for about 20 mile an hour winds, not the 1995 mile an hour winds that we had. So we learned a lot.
But it has left us in a bit of a predicament. We really don't want to be outside during the winter, like working on the truck. We have to set up so much equipment to film as well as all of our tools and stuff, so the slight chance of rain really complicates things.
And the yard that we're on is also particularly windy at the best of times, so something like a pop-up gazebo would just be way more hassle than it's worth.
Yeah. We've started looking at alternatives. We've put the feelers out there for workshops or barns, but we haven't had any luck yet. So in the meantime, we've been looking at different kinds of buildings that we might be able to put up. We found these steel buildings on Alibaba, which look great, and by going straight to the manufacturer, we save at least 75% on the same building that we would buy here. The downside is, though, it would take 2 months for it to arrive.
But also, it doesn't look like we can build something like that where we are. We've spoken to the owner of the yard, and he doesn't have any space anywhere else around either, because ideally we'd want to be tucked out of the way so we don't cause disruptions to any of the businesses around here. And we couldn't take it down easily if we needed to move out the way like we could with the Worktent DM. And we probably need planning permission as well.
Yeah. So that's got us thinking, well, what if we found our own piece of land and kind of skipped ahead a little bit? We could put something temporary up just to work on the truck and maybe apply for planning permission for the workshop a little later, and then we could start playing around with off-grid stuff on a smaller scale.
Yeah, it wouldn't be our forever piece of land, but on a little parcel, we could practice growing some veggies, test out different power systems, maybe enjoy some nicer scenery out in nature, and basically just use it as our kind of beta testing ground.
We've actually found a couple of places that could work, so let's take a drive to the New Forest and have a look. Hello, what are you doing?
This land is for sale. Apparently it's a quarter of an acre, but I'm not sure I believe that.
I think that's very optimistic.
Yes.
We're allowed to go in, but we'll have to hop a fence.
Yeah, I wonder if we hop on the other side, because it looks a little easier.
We're going to go in.
I'm going in.
We have permission.
Easy.
Oh, I thought someone was asleep on the floor.
They're horse blankets, aren't they?
Oh, that scared me. I thought this was a person asleep. Hello?
There's no one in there.
Okay. There's a shed.
I'm scared.
What's in there? Hello?
Hello? It's creepy. There's an excessive amount of wheelbarrows in there. It's just like horsey stuff. Oh, this is part of it.
Yeah, I think there's actually more, isn't there?
Yeah, it's all blocked off by these brambles, but there's like stables in there.
Yeah.
That's haunted.
There's another shed door there, look.
Yeah, because I couldn't see the whole shed. Okay, I think there's supposed to be a fence here, because that just goes off into the woods.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We are technically in a national park, so we'd never ever get planning permission to build anything permanent. It's just going to be tricky.
It's probably going to be impossible.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to come and see what it's like, looking for land.
Going to speak to someone in the planning office and see if we can find out what the legal use is for this land. There is a very big cemetery there.
And I don't think they're going to want the noise.
Yeah,
I would feel really bad being here.
It would be bad having complaints, like noise complaints from people that are trying to visit.
So, it's good, but I don't think this is the one.
I don't think it's the one.
Really nice location though.
Yeah, it is very pretty here. Okay, well, first time looking at a piece of land.
Wow.
That's fun.
We did some investigating and spoke with the planning office for New Forest National Park, and as we thought, we'd likely be able to resurrect the stable without the need for planning, but we'd really struggle to do anything else with that land.
So we need a solution for the short term. I have an idea that should be quick and easy, so let's head back to Moose and we'll show you. We're back.
It's Scrap Heap Challenge Part 2.
Yeah, so our plan is we're going to try and make something from all the scrap we've got, a temporary but much stronger tarpless shelter just to go over the cab just so we can get work going.
Yeah, I think painting's out of the question, but if we can just build a structure just big enough to sit over the cab so that we can work under there, then
Keep us dry.
we don't know how long it's going to take to find somewhere bigger and better and drier, so we've got to do something.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're just waiting around and fed up and not working on the truck.
Yeah, it's been ages. So we have a vague plan.
Yeah, I did some rough drawings.
I think we're going to try and use some of the marquee parts as a bit of a template, but then beef it up with some of the horsebox steel.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll be heavier. We can put a big 5-ton strap over the top of it, hold it down.
Yeah. And the roof's going to be OSB, because we've got loads of OSB.
It's not going to have a fabric roof, and it's not going to have any walls. It's just going to be like a gazebo.
A carport.
Yes, a garage.
That kind of thing. But we've got so much scrap, I'm sure we can do something between the two of us.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's freezing cold. So
It's not that bad.
These are nice. These are hand warmers. Thanks, Mum.
I think that's a pizza man.
Oh, that might be the pizza man. We ordered pizza. I think we figured something out.
Yes.
A little kind of a plan. We've swapped some of the poles around, and it means that we've reduced it by about 1 metre on each side. So it's going to be better.
But we just might have a bit of issue with the height when we want to tip the cab, so we should get it built first, and then we'll make some kind of feet. Nothing as tall as the fence post that was before,
Unfortunately.
but something more stable.
It's so small.
It's not the same.
It's not. But at least it means that we can work on the truck. So what we're going to do is brace these walls. This galvanised stuff that we used on the gate. I wonder... Oh, it's not long enough. No. Some bits are. No. I think a diagonal like that on one, and then this one go like that or something. And then on the roof as well, we're gonna stiffen the roof ones just with some, I would call them noggins. I don't know what they'd be called in a metal sort of fabrication. And then also we want to create an A on the roof up here to stiffen that bit up as well.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it will be.
How much metal do we have to do that?
Possibly not enough. I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea of how to brace these. Now bear with me.
What have you got there?
A hammer. Right, you flatten a bit, drill a hole in it, drill a hole in this, bolt through, do the same on the other end, and now you've got a cross brace.
Oh, we don't have to cut anything.
Don't have to cut anything. And this is, I know it looks a bit dodgy.
Yeah, could do a bit neater.
I could, yeah. It's really hard because the other end kept pinging up.
Okay, I
So
can
we might
hold
have
it
to
for
do
you.
it together or something. Oh, it just pulled it in.
Yeah.
That's already way stiffer. That took ages.
It's probably a lot darker than it was when we started.
Yeah. It went really well.
We did everything we could without, well, the truck's in the way of the last bit we wanted to.
Yeah. But our technique of flattening the ends, eventually we figured out that we had made like a little jig, didn't we? And it was much easier. It's definitely more rigid now. We are looking at another plot of land that's come up for sale, pretty close by where we are. It's 0.3 of an acre. It's in this woodland, but it's not classified as woodland, it's classified as amenity land. So chances are we could get away with doing what we want to do. But the only issue is we have no idea where the boundaries are. So we're kind of just guessing a little bit. But yeah, let's have a look around and see what it's like.
I'm wearing the wrong shoes.
Yeah, me too.
Do you reckon this one comes with the little shed, the little haunted shed? Well, it's a lot more woodland than I thought it would be. I don't know how much we want to go in there.
No, I'm not sure if we can.
What a lot of work though.
Yeah, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of trees and stuff, foliage.
Basically here there's a bunch of plots all for sale. They've all been split up. Some of them have sold, but we kind of just want to see or basically research and learn what you can really get for your money. So this is like in a little town, right near the motorway, and it's next to a big industrial estate. So it could be quite good to get planning and things like that for like industrial type stuff. This is probably what it's going to end up being, isn't it?
Yeah. It would be much easier to get planning permission for a workshop here based on our surroundings than it would
Potentially, yes.
somewhere else. For me, the main the main negative is the fact that we would have neighbours each side of us and we don't know what they're going to do with their plots. So
Yeah.
like 6 months later we might have a car garage next to us or like something else next to us, and it might be really busy and we lose the nature of it all, you know.
So this is up for 15,000 for 0.3 of an acre. It's because of the location, it's because it is in a built-up area and it has got that potential for planning.
Yeah. Somewhere on here, I've seen in photos, there's a pond. And I don't know if it's on this plot or a different one, but there's a pond and there's a little like stream that runs through the whole thing. Should we try and find it?
Okay.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I don't know how far it goes. I don't know what's what.
No, it's really tricky to tell, isn't it?
Because there's a lot of plots on this land. So they're like, how narrow are they?
Yeah.
There's no measurements. What's the pros? There must be some pros.
The pros are it's actually a very good price for the amount of space. I know it's quite a lot of money, but £15,000 for 0.3 of an acre around here is really good. Especially because we could probably legally do what we want to do with the land.
It has a lot of potential. It's in a good location. It's close to like Scrapheap and B&Q and all that stuff. It's not too far out of the way.
Let's go a little bit further in. Oh, look, it's much more open here. It's nice. The plots that have sold, by the looks of things, are the ones that are much more open, without loads of trees, and the kind of ones that are left are just a mess of dense, dead trees. God, this ground is really soft. Oh, it's quite boggy.
It is a little boggy.
Yeah.
That might explain the pond.
That might, yeah.
I don't want to go any further because it's getting soggy.
It is. I wanted to find the lake. Oh, okay. My feet are sinking. This might be as far as we can go. We don't want to buy a bog. We're not Shrek.
I think it's too long and skinny.
Also, my feet are sinking currently into the ground.
Yeah, I think there'd have to be a lot of work done, wouldn't there, to sort out drainage and stuff?
Yeah, possibly. Final thoughts?
It's a bog. And it's too much for all the work that would have to go into it for what we want.
I think the cons are we'd have neighbours very close, and we don't know what that would look like yet.
Yeah. I want to leave.
Yeah, let's leave before we sink further into this place. Okay, cool. So you just lift them up and then slide it under.
Is this one bent?
Yeah, these last two are very bent. All right, should we lift it up now onto the...
Excuse me, gust.
Got very gusty for a second. Ready?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Should we get the other side up then?
Yeah. Hang on, wait there a sec. There you go, I was just clearing the mud. Oh! Yeah, tell you what, that pulled it in, didn't it? And then
Yeah.
maybe 2 more, I don't know. What do you think? Pretty much done. Well, raising it up at least. And it's like, it's very stiff. This way it's
Nice
still,
and heavy.
it can rock, but we're going to fix that with some ratchets down to the floor on each side to prevent it. What would it be? Intense. They're the guy ropes,
Guy ropes,
that sort of thing.
guy lines.
Yeah. Have you got the 8mm socket? Swap. Are you going to try and put the roof on now?
I don't know, it's quite windy, isn't it?
It's very windy and it keeps trying to rain. And it's Christmas in a few days. And I haven't done my Christmas shopping.
Should we test a ratchet strap to this anchor that we already had in?
Yeah, since it's already there and we know it's good.
Yeah, I reckon, because we've already got holes where we took the fence posts out,
Yeah,
so which we need to fill actually with concrete, but we've got them pretty much lined up on all of those. So if we add ratchets to each kind of leg and pull them both out this way from both sides, I think that should do it.
yeah.
And then we just need some OSB on the roof and then something waterproof on top of that.
Yeah.
And then it's done. So let's see if that adds much strength.
It should do.
Yeah, it should do. I'll get some ratchet straps.
Oh gosh, there is not as much room.
No, we were very spoilt for room before.
We were, yeah. There you go. That'll do. Now if we do the other side. Okay, so if you get that tight, we'll click them together. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that has, well, it's definitely stiffened up. If we could do that on where it is and then each corner as well, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we've got to get some high vis or like glow in the dark things to put on these. So now we know it's all good. Just putting every little screw in that I can find, stiffening everything up as much as possible.
What do you think?
I think it's really good. Worktent 2.0. It's going to get even stiffer like as the roof gets on, but it's raining and it's quite windy. I don't think that's happening today, is it?
No.
But yeah, that's all that's left to do is put the roof on.
And the
get it-
ratchets.
Get it strapped down in a few more places. And then she'll be good. And then we can finally get working on the truck again.
Yeah, it's been too long.
We've got some holes that need patching and welding. We've got to service the engine and all that fun stuff coming up. Yeah, and we'll be able to soon as well. If anyone knows or has any land or barn or something like that available in Hampshire, let us know. 'Cause
Please
we're-
help.
Yeah, because we are struggling to find anywhere. But yeah, it's going to be good. It'll get us through, I hope. Couple last screws. Keep going.